Well, folks, you've made it to the end. This week, you only have 2 tasks: finishing your final portfolio and preparing for next week's exam. Hopefully at this point, you're thinking about final touches on each of your essays, so there's a couple of things to keep in mind as you work. Check to make sure that you met the requirements for the genre and the assignment. Also, make sure that your introduction does the 3 things that it needs to do: hook the reader, set up your topic, lay out your thesis. Your thesis also has 3 parts: state your subject, your claim, and a forecast of your main points. Use your guiding features. In addition to your thesis, your title, topic sentences, and transitions are all there to help your reader understand your ideas. Make sure that your title is helpful and engaging. It needs to do more than just state the topic. Make sure that you have a fully developed conclusion that sums up your ideas and lets the reader know why you should care. Be very careful of your use of first person. Do not use first person opinion phrases like I think or I believe. Just backspace right over those babies. You should only be using the first person if you are using your own life experiences as support. Keep your tone and language authoritative and formal. Make sure that you include a scholarly source when required. Check for an elevated tone, a credentialed author, a scholarly publisher, and of course, citations. That's how you know the source is intended for an academic audience and not a general one. Check your formatting. You need a header with your last name and the page number. You need a heading that has your name, my name, the class, and the date. And finally, double and triple check your citations. You need both in-text and parenthetical citations and end-of-text citations in a works cited list anytime that you use information that is not your own original idea. That's any fact, data, idea, image, or background information, whether it's quoted, paraphrased, or summarized. If it didn't spring from your own brilliant little brain, you need to give credit to your source. If you don't, that's plagiarism and you will fail the essay. It's the last week of revisions. You can make it. Next week, it's exam time. The exam will be a 2-hour written exam. Yep, it's an essay, which will be available next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You do not have to have it proctored, so you can take it anywhere you have reliable internet. But be warned, once you start it, you must finish it. So if your internet at home is less than reliable, I recommend that you take it on campus. You will also need to take it using the Respondus Lockdown browser, which you will need to download if you're not using a campus computer. There are instructions on how to do so in the final exam module, and I recommend that you do so by Monday at the latest, just in case. You can find the link you need by opening the practice exam, which is also in your modules. The practice exam is entirely optional, but if you've never taken a timed test through Canvas, I highly recommend that you at least log in and play with it so that there are no surprises on test day. I've also posted some tips for taking a timed essay exam, so read over those as well. For the test itself, you will be choosing from 4 prompts that you will not see until you actually begin the exam. Then you will write an essay in response to one of them. They will all be focused on the work that we have done this term, and the exam is open book, open note. It is not, however, open internet. The lockdown browser will not allow you to have any other programs or tabs open while you're testing. You will not, however, need any outside sources. All of the topics will be something that you can write about from your own knowledge and experience. I'll be grading on the following categories. Number 1, content. Do you have a clear claim that responds to the prompt? Do you have sufficient support and discussion of that support? Are your ideas fully developed? There is no page requirement, but I do expect a full, well-developed essay, not a paragraph, an essay. Number 2, organization. Are your ideas clearly and helpfully organized? Have you used formal guiding features? Remember the 4 T's: title, thesis, topic, sentence, and transitions. Do you have an introduction that engages your reader, sets up your topic, and lays out your claim in a 3-part forecasting thesis: subject plus claim plus forecast of main points? Are your body paragraphs on topic? Does your conclusion sum up your main ideas and tell us why we should care? 3, style. Is your language elevated and academic? Have you used pronouns appropriately? And 4, mechanics. Have you checked your sentence structure for run-ons and fragments? Have you edited for typos? If this all sounds familiar, that's because it's exactly the same things that I've been telling you about for the last 12 weeks. It's also the exact same things that are listed on your revision checklist. Now, I'm well aware that you're writing this essay in 2 hours and not 2 weeks, and I do consider that when I grade. But this is your chance to show off what you've learned. Develop and polish your writing as well as you can. As you prepare for your exam, think back on your draft comments. Have I told you over and over to remember your transitions? Do you tend to leave out your thesis or revert to the first person? Whatever those issues are, make note. Then, during the exam, save a few minutes at the end to check for those things specifically. And most of all, remember, you got this. You know how to do all of this because you have done it over and over for the past 3 months. Just read the directions carefully, do a little brainstorming before you begin, take a breath, and show me what you can do. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know.